Well, it may be neutral ground, but it's anything but neutral ground for one Stevenage man here tonight, because Jason Solomon began life as a youth trainee here at Vicarage Road, and he returns to the Stevenage side, who take on Woking. And these two teams, one thing you can be sure of, know plenty about each other. Both played, of course, on Saturday. Both had to play on Monday, and it's destination Wembley. Stevenage have no Gary Crawshaw, the man whose goals have been so influential. Scored the late winner in the semi-final second leg at Broadhall Way on Saturday that forced tonight's game. But with Solomon's return, and of course the talking point for the Borough, the hat-trick performance of the great man Barry Hales when he returned to the side on Saturday. As far as Woking are concerned, well, they've got a host of well-known names. Clive Walker, the ageless wonder, and as well as him, two players who were in Football League action at Wycombe last season, Steve Thompson and the number 2, Terry Howard. Well, it was Woking who won the toss for the choice of kit. They have the first choice strip tonight. Stevenage play in their reserve team, yellow and blue stripes, and in the first half it'll be Stevenage attacking the end where their supporters are, away to our left. Darren Hay for Woking, clearance by Efatoba Soji, but the first free kick is given Stevenage's way. And although the disappointment in the Stevenage camp over Crawshaw, it's more than matched by the fact that this man, Mark Smith, takes his place at centre-half. Woking have been a bogey team in recent years, as Stevenage win an early corner off Shane White. But the atmosphere tells you one thing: Wembley is just around the corner. Smith and Mutchell, the two behind them, and that's a good punch away under pressure by Batty, going back in, and Sochi came across him, and that's a good stop. Robin Taylor. Terry Howard for Woking. Another powerful header by Soji, and that'll be a Stevenage throw. Barracliff aimed for Robbie Mutchell, but it was asking a lot. And Clive Walker finds Darren Hay for Woking. Soji. Play on, says the referee. Here's Walker again. And out of play at the expense of a throw, which will be taken by White. This is Walker, lost out to Mutchell. Chase for Barry Hales. This is White. Barracliff. And the flag up. Noisy start, much as expected. And Woking have the free kick. Taken by Lawrence Batty and straight out of play. Mutchell took, aim for Hales. Hales won it well. This is Corey Brown. Barracliff. But Dean Hooper And Neil Catlin, in fact it was, who'd come forward into an offside position. Positive start by Stevenage. Woking yet to trouble Des Gallagher. Terry Howard. Brown, Solomon it was, but cut straight between the pair of them. Robin Taylor for Woking. Played forward towards Scott Steele. Walker. Stevenage throw again. Headed away finally by Ryan Kirby. And this is now Darren Hay for Woking. Tried the back heel, but Sodji well aware of what was cooking. Kevin Brown. White. Hay. Smith not interested. Charge forward by Steele again. Y can put the cross in. Walker. Might fall for him. Smith. Cleared by Solomon. Y. Woking's first pressure. Here's Clive Walker, and that's a corner off Mark Smith. The Woking heavy mob going forward here. Walker's corner. And drilled back in across. The shot was by Steve Thompson. And Barracliff must clear. And does off Clive Walker. Doesn't find touch though. And this is Shane Y again. And Gallagher. As clean as you like. And now Ryan Kirby. Good cover tackle by Terry Howard. Brown. Barracliff. Missed out. And defence into attack quickly. Y. Ellis. Good tackle by Sodji. Solomon. Stevenage throw. Noise from the crowd, really generating a tremendous atmosphere. And Corey Brown wins the free kick. And another good decision. Referee is Uriah Rennie from Sheffield, who are many people are tipping for elevation to the Premiership in the next couple of years. And he's already played a couple of advantage rules, clearly showing that he's going to try and give this a chance as far as he can. Well, the stakes, of course, are so high. This is Darren Hay. Sodji again. Who else? Making the tackle. Hay is on the 6-yard line. This is Ellis. Steele. Woking still trying to work something. And all they work is a goal kick. And so far, Des Gallagher not had anything to do except just the one catch. The schedule for both these teams over the last couple of weeks has really made this, in every sense, survival of the fittest. And some would say it's a real shame because the stakes couldn't be higher. And Taylor couldn't control that. Walker. Barracliff for Smith, and he lost out. Had to recover, and did. Hay. Steele. Walker. Hardwalker's come back. This is why number 5 is Kevin Brown, captain of Woking. And Thompson had gone just too soon. And Gallagher surveys his options. Corey Brown on Steve Foster. Howard's free kick for Walker. Gain, that man Sodji so quick. Mitchell. Look for Ellis. And this is Solomon. Terry Howard. Darren Hay. Walker is wide, and that's a foul. Play on, says the referee. They took it quickly and really rather made a mess of it. Brown chasing against Barry Hales. And that's a Stevenage throw. Robin Taylor marking him as he goes in the middle, but this is Barracliff, that's not a good one. Solomon. Dean Hooper. Got round the first challenge. Have to get round the second to put the cross in. And that was rather harder. Walker. Straight back to Solomon again. Won't, I don't think, run for Corey Brown, but he'll win the throw. "11 minutes gone." And Stevenage certainly have more reason to be happy with the opening moments, but that's, as I say that, not one of the better ones by Dean Hooper. One of the more recent arrivals at Broadhall Way. Smith headed it back. This time it's Sodji. Brown looking to find Hales. Solomon. And the net result is that it's Ellis for Woking. White. Steele. Paul Barracliff penalised. Thought he was slightly unfortunate. Now Woking are putting the heavy men forward here. Foster number 4 coming in, but that's Sodji away. Foster again. Brown. Ayon says the referee. And Y for Walker. That's Woking's off Dean Hooper. Early goals, of course, the first time these teams met in this semi-final. Woking took the lead after 34 seconds. We've had no such early dramas here as Ellis tries to find Steele. Mark Smith loitering right next to him. Steve Thompson then. And that's a Woking throw. And another one. Walker. So agile. Goal kick, says the referee. Clive Walker, like his teammate Terry Howard, both began their lives at Chelsea. Walker looking remarkably fit after a really golden career. This is Corey Brown for Stevenage. And Soji will have to be quick, and Soji was quick, as Darren Hay cut inside him. Darren Hay, born not many miles away from Stevenage at Letchworth. But all that's forgotten tonight. The only thing on the mind is one letter word beginning with W and ending in Y. Soji again. Robin Taylor was the player who played it forward. And this will be Gallagher's. Mitchell looking for Hales. Couldn't keep it in. And Y will take. His brother's on the bench tonight. That's Darren Hay. And Smith must beat Walker to it. And Smith does beat Walker to it. Hooper. Barracliff. Got a touch on it, but only straight into the path of Y. This is Darren Hay. And Mitchell doing well, but in any event, Walker head straight into an offside position. Barracliff. Mark Smith. Gallagher's got to hit this right. And Sochi's foot to the path of Darren Hay. And the crisis over. Sochi again. Straight for Walker this time, but Solomon for Hooper, and space now. It's been very much at a premium in this contest, and that is a glorious ball for Corey Brown. Brown with the shot. Good tackle coming across by Foster. Words from Terry Howard, who's organising the working defence, but it was a peach of a ball by Hooper. Gave him the chance. And the net result is that it's a corner to Stevenage. Barracliff's the man. That's Solomon. Knocked away. Back in by Catlin. The offside flag was raised. Walker. Who else? Throw in, says Mr. Rennie. Brown. Howard and Hales. Batty middled it. Mitchell. Corey Brown. And now for Catlin to chase. Batty again. Equal to the task. Smith. This is Ellis. 6 is Wyatt. 3 is Robbie Mitchell. Barracliff. Ran straight into Steele. So congested and so tight. Walker. Thompson. Steele. And that will be Gallagher's. Smith. This is Hales. Twists and turns. Barracliff. Number 3 is Robbie Mutchell. Barracliff again. Hales has gone down under challenge. Referee's not interested. He's stayed down. Catlin's provided the cross. Solomon! Great move, great cross. And Solomon scored goals at that end in his time here. We're telling me. But this time he was over. And here's Mark Smith. Mutchell for Hales. Tackle was by Brown. And this is Terry Howard, Corey Brown, Barry Hales. And that will be the first yellow card of the evening. And Mr. Uriah Rennie he went straight to his pocket. And Kevin Brown is the first man booked. So Barracliff plays it in. Hales tipped it over. And it's Darren Hay back helping his own defence. Solomon's tackle. This is Steve Thompson. And Woking trying to turn defence into attack. Sochi is the pigeon chaser. And this is Gallagher. It's fast, furious, frenetic, fraught, you name it. And 20 minutes gone, it's also goalless. Robbie Mutchell. Barracliff. Solomon. Hooper is wide. That was the ball and it was well done too. Now, can he get the cross in this time? Taylor stopped him, but the cross has still come in. Batty will claim. Hay. And Soji watching it, eyes like a hawk. What a signing he's been for Paul Fairclough. Barracliff. Gallagher had to, and did. And this is Mutchell. And that's a Stevenage throw. Mutchell made the way across Hertfordshire from Barnet. We played under Ray Clements. Was previously with Oxford United. And Barry Hales is offside. And that will be a Stevenage throw. Brown. And it's Brown against Hales. Needs to be careful. Hooper's jumped for it. It's a good one. This is Solomon. And he lost out this time. And that's an interesting one for Walker to chase. Smith is across the challenge. Testing the adhesive qualities in his game. This is Ellis. Wise cross. Sochi's header. But only for Ellis again. Still Ellis. Smith this time. Walker. There's the cross. Solomon away. Why? And Ellis couldn't get. There's Gallagher. Fielded well. Hay. This is Brown. Hales. Brown again. Important interception was by Brown. Mitchell. Why? Hay. Walker was late off his blocks this time. And Mark Smith wins the throw. Woking won both the league meetings between these sides this season. Stevenage fans, though, still talk about the 4-0 demolition job they did on the Cardinals at Broadhall Way last season, which was probably the result that settled the championship in their favour. And Foster's come in, and Batty's come in. And Hales, fair enough, and sensible refereeing again. Just lets him get on with it. Woking won the trophy 2 seasons ago and the year before that. So they know what the road to Wembley is all about. For Stevenage, it could be a glorious first. This is Catlin. Terry Howard is there first. And Lawrence Batty finds Thompson, finds Hay. Thompson can challenge here. No, he can't. It's that man again. Sochi, who has saved absolutely everything. And that's straight into Corey Brown's path here. He ended up on all fours. Just too far for Neil Catlin to run on. And this is Brown. White. Ellis. Solomon arriving. Sochi completing it. Got bandages on both hands as well, the Stevenage defender. One of the game's great characters. Solomon. Catlin forward, aim for Corey Brown. This is Kevin Brown for White. Brown again. I like to be a little careful with a Brown on each side and a Hay and a Hales. And perish the thought later, but we could have 2 Ys as well. Just needed a 3rd Y and we'd be into song. And that's a Stevenage throw off Y. Shane is the Y who's playing. Lloyd is the Y on the bench. Mitchell missed it, but did well to win it back, and that is Shane White. Hay, no way, no chance for Ellis. And Robbie Mitchell for Smith. Slight communication breakdown. They didn't quite expect that. Sochi, who else? Brown's header. Ryan Kirby. Hay. Ellis. Still Ellis. Steele. Why? Ellis missed it. Solomon didn't. Well, this is Kevin Brown. So we are half an hour in. And we are 0-0. And this is a chase back for Foster. Under pressure from Barry Hales. Batty's only found Hooper. Hales is trying to get back onside. Brown finds Smith. And that will be Y again. Brown, the tackle by Barracliff. Two skippers together. And with all due respects to the other semi-finalists, you would have to say the winner of this, whether it be Mr. Barracliff or Mr. Brown, will be a hot favourite to lift the great trophy at Wembley next month. And it may be the last time that the match is played at the Twin Towers with all the redevelopment work. So there's an extra special incentive to get there. Solomon. Why cut it out? This is Steele now for Ellis, and Hay is offside. They've already had their share of cup exploits, of course. Smith and the runners this time. Solomon. Batty's got to come and has done so. Hooper. Solomon. Short it was. But Ryan Kirby. This is Soji. Woking, of course, disposed of Millwall and then took Premiership Coventry to a replay, while the Borough had a day out they weren't forgetting in a hurry at Leyton Orient before going down to Birmingham City. Corey Brown, Dean Hooper, drilled in low, and Hales used his hand to control it, and he did it with the referee about a yard away. Brown, Hay, Wyatt, Sochi, and it's fallen for Walker, and Walker puts Woking into the lead. The bounce favoured the Cardinals, and Clive Walker, and his left foot in particular, needed no second invitation. And 32 minutes in, it's the men from Surrey who celebrate. He may be the oldest man on the pitch, but if you give him that sort of space, then the almost inevitability is what follows. So this now becomes a real test for Stevenage. They're still in the title race, of course, but in that one has to say the margin of error is minimal. And how will they respond? And can Woking turn the screw? Lawrence Batty trying to take the sting out of the pace of the game. Why? Ellis against Ryan Kirby. Gallagher away. Had no chance with the goal. Walker had time to pick his spot. Mitchell missed out. Kirby's tackle. Adjudged fair by Uriah Rennie, and again he had the best view. Corey Brown. Hooper wide. Is that slightly under hit? Yes. And Taylor could do something about it. Soji. Now the big centre half on the charge. There's the cross. Not a bad one either. And Batty hasn't got it. It's off his line, Batty. And he's made a fine save to deny Catlin coming in behind him. Well, the misunderstanding with Foster and Terry Howard. Woking one up, and it's their supporters at the moment that are singing. This is Barracliff. Hales, Brown, shielded it well. Now what can he make of it? Unwelcome visitors in his back, in the shape of Steve Thompson. So Soji and Smith have stayed back for this. That's Barracliff. Batty's punched in the end. Headed back in again. Batty this time must claim and does. Corey Brown was on all fours at the time, and now it's all getting a bit fraught. And a touch unnecessary. I'd say I don't think Corey Brown could have gone anywhere else, frankly. He was on his knees as it was. But his prayers weren't answered. Walker. Why? Walker. Stevenage have to watch it. And Barracliff back to help as Mitchell concedes the corner. And all three wise men from the Woking Central Defending Department, Foster, Brown and Howard, have gone forward for this. Play short to wide, drilled in and over. Hop Thompson and Darren Hay. It was steal as well. Mark Smith. Robin Taylor's jump. Stevenage Borough throw. Solomon. Ellis has come a long way back and he was taken late by Solomon. And Solomon becomes the second player to receive a yellow card. He's just back from suspension, but he really can have no complaint at that. Mark Smith. Number 10 is Darren Hay. Mark Smith. And why will keep it in. This is Hooper. Catlin. Chased for Corey Brown. Here's Brown, he used his hand. So we have just about 5.5 minutes remaining of the first period. And it's still that one Clive Walker goal that divides them. Jump was by Foster, Catlin, Barrowcliff, Robbie Mitchell. Catlin near side, but it's got to go back in and does. Batty's jump for it, and that's a good catch under pressure from Solomon and from Hales. And Sochi realises the urgency, and he's left it for Hooper. And again, not a good ball though, and really was nothing that Mitchell could do about it. This is Brown. And that will be a goal kick. Barrowcliff. Got to try and stay on side is the worry for Stevenage front runners. And they've also got to try and control this man. That's Kirby, only for Steele. Against Barrowcliff. Kirby at the second time of asking. Terry Howard. It was Taylor and Catlin, and it's Wokings. Barrowcliff. Brown's header across his own half, and Walker's off on his travels again. Smith finds him a real handful. But eventually it didn't break for him, but he's got it again. Ellis, play on, says the referee. Catlin. Hales. Still Hales, got to go wide to Hooper and does. Cross has got to come in and does. Header across it was by White as the skipper Barrowcliff came in behind him. Barrowcliff again. Mitchell to Barrowcliff. Nice 1-2 between them. Now can Barrowcliff get the cross in? He can, but he hasn't got. And it doesn't run for Catlin. In the end, it's a corner to Stevenage. And this time, surely the heavy brigade will go forward. There he is. Sochi on the edge of the 6-yard box. Catlin will take. Sochi's played it back in, and Batty's come and claimed it. Under pressure from Corey Brown. We look towards Mr. Rennie in vain for what? I'm not quite sure. And that was never for Barry Hales at all. Howard away. Hooper missed it. Thompson, Taylor, Walker. for Darren Hay. That's a great ball by Walker. Hay had to come wide to retrieve it, but it was a marvellous cross. Why? Thompson played on. Thompson again. Gallagher fully aware of what was occurring, and his throw has eventually worked its way to Catlin. Inside the last few seconds, on my watch, that is the 45. Just had a couple of small stoppages, but nothing serious. Ryan Kirby's clearance, Steve Thompson out, near side. And there it is, the end of a half in which one man yet again will be grabbing the headlines. Clive Walker getting the goal. Stevenage certainly have had their chances as well, but it's been the typical semi-final, fast and frenetic that you'd expect. But if you give Walker the amount of space Stevenage did, then the penalty is inevitable, and Walker full advantage of it. And at half-time at Vicarage Road, it's Stevenage Borough 0, which is still in the melting pot. Stevenage have to go forward in the second half. They have simply no option, and Woking know that one is probably not enough. And they also know, I guess, that some of their vulnerability in the first 45 minutes will not have escaped the eagle eye of Paul Fairclough, as we are set for a titanic 45 minutes, and who knows what else, because we have to have a winner, and we go to penalties if necessary, and we are, as we started the match, no substitutes used, and Woking attacking the end away to our left. Taylor with the first throw. Smith. Chance to swing it in. And Barry Hales happy to accept the corner after Jason Solomon's acrobatics. So Paul Barracliff will take. Wasn't one of his better ones though. And Ellis cleared the danger. This is Hooper. Walker back to help out at the expense of a throw. Only one man stayed up for Woking, and that's Scott Steele. He brought everybody else back. Hooper's throw. Sodgy's joining the attack. And the clearance earns a temporary respite. Sodgy again. Penalised this time. Almost runs like a referee, doesn't he? Backwards, Sodgy. Thought that was the their trademark, but he can run backwards almost as fast as he can run forwards. Hales. Barracliff. Brown. That's a free kick. Darren Hay, I think, got something in his eye, but he seems to be all right. And here's Lawrence Batty's free kick. Sodgy. Steve Thompson. Wyatt. Solomon. And again. And he's won it. Brown. Hales. Still Hales. Just overworked it. Before Hooper could get in, Neil Catlin also chased it, but Batty alive to the danger. This is Hooper. Now for Hales. Corey Brown, can he keep it in? Yes, he can. No, he couldn't actually. I thought he had, but in any event, it would have been a goal kick instead of a throw. Vicarage Road, well filled for this contest. And now more words required. Darren Hay will be spoken to. Hay, Hooper, Steele, Solomon, Ellis, Taylor, kept it in. Soji, though, finally concedes the throw. Handball by Walker, but it's a Stevenage throw. Solomon, Ellis, Smith. Flag was up. Terry Howard with the free kick. Smith. Barracliff. For Hales to chase, but Brown as well had no chance. Solomon. Tackled by Hay and Soji. Foster happy to let it go. Match certainly that many people felt would grace the final. The two favourites from the Vauxhall Conference. I suppose when they all turned up for the semi-final draw, there was almost an air of inevitability about what was to happen. Barracliff, Mitchell rather, Brown, Smith, this is Barracliff, Mitchell, Corey Brown's chase, Ellis, Walker, and Smith missed it. Walker again. Walker's past him. And it was right the way across. Darren Hay couldn't do anything with it. Taylor. And this time another chance. Goes begging. He went on his own in the end. And that would have been curtains for Stevenage. I'm woking up Wembley. I have a suspicion that Robin Taylor missed the target. Hales. Corey Brown. It'll come for Catlin. He's fallen over. Good approach work by Brown. And now Soji. And Darren Hay stayed in his own half to ensure he was onside. And Gallagher has no trouble. This is Dean Hooper. Kirby. Barry Hales less than happy. There was far too much power in it. Paul Fairclough has Neil Treble on the bench, and you just wonder whether Treble, goal-scoring pedigree and all, might be an option he can resist for not too much longer. Stuart Beavers, the other outfield substitute. Woking seemed quite happy and quite at ease. Here's Mitchell. Barracliff. Corey Brown. Mitchell. Kirby came too soon. Smith. They're queuing up here. Barracliff. Important interception by Foster. Clive Walker didn't collect. And Smith for Corey Brown. And that's a goal kick. Away by Sochi. Brown won it, but there was nobody behind him. This is Kirby, and he's lost out to Thompson. Important half block by Sochi. And this is Hooper. Hales. Very deep. Catlin. Won it again, Hooper. This is Solomon. Hales. Solomon trying to tee someone up for a shot. Barracliff. Now Macho had to go right to the byline. There's the cross. Catlin doesn't get the header back in, and Dean Hooper missed it, but he's still got possession. And that will be a corner off Ellis. No messing around this time. Smith and Soji have both gone forward. Hooper got to measure the cross, has done so. Batty's changed his mind. Soji's headed straight to him. Like Horatio holds the bridge on occasions, but Lawrence Batty thought about coming for the cross, changed his mind, but Soji headed it straight into his midriff. Sochi. Catlin, Solomon, Barracliff did well. Mitchell takes over. And they got plenty of men forward in this attack, Stevenage. Catlin. Just misjudged it. And Smith has Sochi as an option. And Efatoba quite relieved to see Dean Hooper here. Hales, Brown, Hales. He'll tee himself up for the shot. Ellis came a long way back. Play on, says the referee. Here's Mitchell. Solomon, still Solomon, and Kirby did well, had to and did, and Ellis and Solomon. Stevenage throwing the kitchen sink at Woking here. Hooper's cross. It was too long for any of them, but Catlin will keep it in. Here's Mitchell. Kirby might be in a better position to get it forward. Barracliff giving it away, but won it back by Smith. Pressure is unbelievable. Play on again, says the referee. Another good decision. And eventually the cross will come in. And Darren Hay surrounded. Hooper won it the first time. Still Hooper. Still Hooper. Solomon. It's amazing goings on. Woking still can't clear it. Barracliff. Still play on, says the referee. Ellis, Hay, Walker, Mark Smith this time. It's like the siege of the Woking area, but Stevenage have a man down. And Hales has gone chasing. And the referee eventually has really no option other than to get treatment for, I think, Corey Brown. Clive Walker's gone down too. But what an astonishing period of pressure as Walker being attended to. Des Gallagher has come to the halfway line to get cold. And while all that goes on, I'd love to know what his thoughts are. This is the sort of managerial decision you have to make. He's got treble and Beaver. Does he change it? Well, he can't say that apart from the Clive Walker goal, there's been any necessity. And there is 30 minutes remaining. Corey Brown is coming off the pitch, if only momentarily, for some treatment. Drop ball is the referee's decision, which is the right decision, of course. And Darren Hay will resume proceedings. Sochi. There's Gallagher. Smith. Walker. Mitchell. Heading for Roje, but wins the throw-in. And Corey Brown also back in the fray. So we're back to 11 aside. Catlin, no way. Jose. Lawrence Batty. Walker. Ellis. Walker. Steele chases. Smith. And that's a very disappointing one. Thompson. Hay is offside. And RAF physical training instructor Steve Thompson has his family in Devon. Thought he was looking a gift horse in the mouth at that stage. And that's Sodji's ball for Hales. Still Hales. And Hooper on the charge was Catlin. But here's Sodji. It's going straight back, I guess. No, he overhit it. Steele. Woking have men forward here. Hay. Steele. Walker wide. It's a bit like the relief of Mafeking at the other end. Now Walker. They're all in the middle. Walker still going. Good charge down by Smith. And that will be wise throw. Hay. And a driven in by Ellis. And it's gone in. The bounce favoured Woking. And Ellis gets on the end of it. And that is probably the goal that will take Woking to Wembley. It broke in the area. I don't think Ellis got the cleanest of touches, but it was enough to beat Des Gallagher. And with 64 minutes of the match played, Woking lead 2-0. That against the run of play, but their predatory instincts in the box is one of their biggest assets. But now, what can Stevenage conjure up? Corey Brown, Jason Solomon. Darren Hay. Taylor. Still Taylor. Sodgy did well. And eventually the referee blew for the free kick. And Des Gallagher into the night sky over West Hertfordshire. Taylor. Barry Hales wins the free kick. And Barracliff will take. Hooper's the other option, but the skipper's going to go for this one. And Batty's come for it, hasn't got. Barry Hales penalised for the foul. For action. They simply now will have to change it, and I think they will fairly soon. Catlin is the player coming off, and Neil Treble coming on. And so the man who does so much work with the widely admired EFCO youth scheme at Stevenage has the chance to win probably the freedom of the town, I would guess, in the final quarter. Just about 23 minutes remain here. And Woking, 2 goals to the good. Corey Brown. Amazing skills for Smith. And a first touch for Treble. Let him down. Smith. And again. Corey Brown's chase, but Batty has come and claimed. Sochi. Header was by Terry Howard. Hooper. Walker takes no chances. Solomon. Clive Walker. Soji. Outside him was Muchel, but that was too long, but there was nothing that Y could do with it. Barracliff. Muchel. Smith. Hooper. And the flag up against the retreating Hales. Who's had no change at all out of the evening thus far. You get the feeling if there is one man who can get him back, get Stevenage back in here, then that man is wearing a number 11 shirt. Hay and Soji. Solomon. Ellis, scorer of the second goal. Brown, away by Soji. Hales. Corey Brown. Still Corey Brown. Had the first shot. Might still go on. Thompson took the evasive action. And that'll be a Stevenage throw. No, in fact, a Woking throw. My eyes must be deceiving me. Muchel. Smith. Well, fair amount of hands, knees and bumpsy daisy. Play on, says the referee. Here's treble. Soji. Smith, the bounce. Walker between the two of them, and Hooper's kept it in. And the offside flag raised. Foster timed his run a yard backwards just right. Walker and Smith. Goal kick. Walker. And Hay offside. This is Muchel. Hales. Still Hales. And he was penalised. For the challenge on Terry Howard. Howard, who made more than 400 appearances for Leyton Orient and went to Wickham last year. Well, it was a huge success. It's a funny old world, isn't it? It was released. That's a poor clearance by Gallagher. Taylor, Steele. And Hooper's retrieved the damage. Brown has had a great game And a lovely ball for Hooper. Now, what sort of a cross? Not a bad one. Howard clears the danger for the corner. And Barracliff will take. It was Kirby who was in there, and Sochi who went over the top. A match that has really been fascinating to watch. Stevenage had that spell of quite amazing pressure early in the second half, but they didn't get a goal from it, and that is potentially the crucial part here, as Woking have men forward here. Steele and Gallagher did well. The chase by Smith has kept it in. Suddenly there was huge chunks of daylight. Solomon. Thompson's gone down, only for a rest, I think. Hales. Brown. Barracliff. Mutchell. Treble. Cross has to come in and does. And Batty claims it. And a word of encouragement from Terry Howard as he does so. So the men from Kingfield may be out of the championship race. But for them, unless Stevenage can conjure something miraculous up in the next 16 minutes, the season won't be over. This is Taylor. Walker. Who else? Good tackle by Mutchell. And he was also fouled inside the last quarter of an hour. Hales. Beautifully done. Just didn't run for Corey Brown. This is Hooper. Treble is far side in space. Will that reach him? It will. It's a good ball too. The header back in wasn't. Kirby wins the free kick. Foul by Thompson. So Smith is the player on it. He'll go for the lob. Steele will clear. Ryan Kirby back in to Corey Brown, but Foster well aware of the threat, well aware of the challenge. And Batty gets another chance to clear. Smith. For the prodigiously quick Soji. Mutchell. Hales. Lost out to Ellis. Play on, says the referee. Barracliff. Hooper. Trying to work an opening, but there's three of them round him. He's got very little in the way of options here. Barracliff has come to offer some support. That's a good cross. Solomon missed. Treble didn't. Away by Howard. Mutchell. The kitchen sink is on its way, and Batty came for it in the end. Of course, many of these players may be on rival sides tonight, but there's a few old buddies around from semi-professional international days and things like that. And both these clubs have made in no small part in the belief that the Vauxhall Conference is effectively the 4th division, and the gap has narrowed enormously in recent years. Solomon's chase, Darren Hay. Darren Hay did well to get it away, and Des Gallagher has come a long way out. This is Smith. Neil Treble. Muchel. Treble's away this time. There's the cross. Didn't run for Corey Brown. And Robin Taylor will play it back in. Sochi and Smith. Borough's Mean Machine at the back. And the flag has stayed down, and this surely will finish it. Walker, he's been forced wide and he's missed it. Well, there would have been absolutely no way back. But they looked for the flag, and it never came. Woking could have really been packing their bags if that had been on target. Des Gallagher might want to speak to his back four about indecent exposure. In the meantime, here we go with more. Walker again. Darren Hay charges across, and he'll allow that to bring reinforcements forward, and that's a poor one in. Smith. Hales. Taylor. Corey Brown doing everything to get the ball. Some of it illegal. And another substitution. It's time for Woking. Steele leaves the fray. And for the 500th time, Lloyd White comes on. And game number 500 may only last some 8 minutes, but it will end with the thought of 500 and something being at Wembley. I could say that Stevenage have committed the cardinal sin, if you pardon the pun, of not taking their chances. But Woking's 2 goals have come from a brace of predators. Neil Treble. There's the cross, and it met by Hales, by Solomon, and now there might be time. There might yet be time, and the man who started his career here finally turns possession into a goal and has set us up with the mother and father of a finale. 7 minutes to go. And Darren Hay is booked, I assume, for conduct unbecoming. And what a finale we have now. And that's going to be a yellow card for Neil Treble. So, 2 quick yellow cards, level it up at 2-2. Woking lead 2-1 in the statistic that really matters. But Stevenage will be buoyed by that. You wonder whether Paul Fairclough will go for broke and throw Stuart Beaver on. But suddenly a game that was dying has come spectacularly back to life as Darren Hay is in the clear suddenly again for Woking, and he's won a free kick for the foul by Sochi as well. White and Walker are the men over it. It'll be Walker straight into the wall. Somebody felt that. Barracliff away. Ellis. Kirby, Solomon, and the noise around Vicarage Road is absolutely decibel blasting. Inside the last 5 minutes, Woking 2-0, look to be cruising. Clive Walker misses a chance to make it 3, and Jason Solomon gets the one for Stevenage that could yet give us a real story. Lloyd Y then will take this free kick. For Des Gallagher. Treble. Ball charged through. And they got plenty of men forward here. This is Darren Hay. Walker arriving. Missed it. Thompson. Still Thompson. And somehow they get it away. Well, they've gone for broke. They've got no choice. And how the crowd are responding. Smith. That's a peach of a ball for Hooper. Hooper's gone inside the area. Still Hooper. Still Hooper. And enough players round him for Woking finally to come away with it. Well, the thousands that have turned up have certainly had the value for money here. Corey Brown given his all in the cause. That's a corner. Taken by the skipper Barracliff. Batty's come for it and claimed it well under immense pressure as tempers just start to fray. 90 seconds remain. Plus, of course, the stoppage time for the injuries. That's not a good clearance by Kirby. Thompson chasing with Smith. Goal kick. The injury to Corey Brown, I guess, will mean that we've got about another minute and a half plus the one we should have as part of the 90. Solomon the goal scorer. he'll have happy memories at least of his return to Vicarage Road. And Howard drilled in and away by Taylor. What a finale. Semi-final. They always say don't always live up to it. This one really has. Inside the last 30 seconds of normal time. Soji, it's got to go forward. Mitchell. The ricochet for Soji. Just didn't run for Corey Brown, but he's had a great night. Soji again. That's a Woking throw. As we move into what Mr. Uriah Rennie, who to be fair has had an excellent match, has for injuries and stoppages. Stevenage have a throw. Robbie Mitchell will take. Jump by Brown. Hales. Clearance can go anywhere. Ellis. Woking could turn this into a potent attack. And who's that man gone back? You guessed it, it's Corey Brown. Eventually, it's Mark Smith who's come across and gone one tackle over the top. Smith gets a yellow card. Woking sing of the Twin Towers. But Gallagher's got to get rid of this and quick. Kirby overran it. Lloyd White. Woking throw. And now the whistles around Vicarage Road. It's entirely Mr. Rennie's decision. The 90 minutes have been played. Corey Brown. Darren Hay. Steve Thompson. Walker arriving. And he overran it. And Soji and Gallagher. Last chance saloon for Stevenage now, no question. But they've given their all. Their manager can really ask no more than they've given. Mitchell. The clearance will go anywhere. It doesn't matter. By Foster. A look at the second watch. We're deep in stoppage time. And Woking go to Wembley. At the end of a pulsating FA Trophy semi-final. Victory secured by 2 goals, one from Walker in the first half, one from Ellis in the second. The Stevenage players fall to the ground. They've given their all. Solomon got them a goal, which gave them hope. But this punishing, and some would say ludicrous schedule that they've had to endure in the last few weeks has finally brought heartbreak. 5,800 fans have watched it, and it's Woking's night. And Cardinals look like they'll be playing possibly a team relegated from the conference. Dagenham and Redbridge in the final. We still await that result. But as always, the emotions in the two camps at the end of semi-finals, so different. The agony and the ecstasy at the end of a night which has had emotions in all directions. Woking win it. The final score, Woking 2, Stevenage Borough 1.